Single music on our district.
Oh yeah, you can keep tapping right up until I'm ready to tap. Okay, not after you zooms out and back, after your last credit's gone. Okay, get Lisa to switch over before you start plugging leads in.
Okay, switch over to you.
Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include
we're trying to make our school wheelchair accessible, as most.
What?
Due to renovations taking place just off the gymnasium of A.J. Matthews Elementary School, youth groups are unable to use the school gym for the next few weeks. I spoke with school principal, Miss Doreen Benoit, to find out more about the renovations taking place at the school. Miss Benoit, I understand there are some renovations in progress at your school.
Yes, at present we're trying to make our school wheelchair accessible. As most of you know in the community, there's a young fellow here that's in a wheelchair right now, Evan Beggs, and we're trying to make the school accessible for him. But we do have students coming in, a student at any rate, coming in the very near future to our school too, entering kindergarten. So by the time that student gets into our school, we should have our school completely wheelchair accessible. And that's basically what's happening right now. We're making a start there.
Okay, what inconvenience is being caused?
Well, at present, there's not a lot of inconvenience for our school. Really, there's not been a lot of inconvenience for students as a result of this construction. But there has been some inconveniences for community groups. Our school is being used every single night by some group in the community. Now, at present, those people that are working in the school start work at 3:10 when school is dismissed, and they work through the night until 12, 1, 2 o'clock. I don't know what time they stop, but at any rate, that's what's happening. And as a result of their work, they have to remove a section of rock and things from the gym, and they have to wheel the dirt out through the gymnasium. So at present, that's basically what's happening and why the groups can't use it yet.
How long are these renovations expected to take?
Well, the men told me that it could take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Now, the actual removal of rock and debris, whatever, may be finished by the end of next week. When that becomes the case and they can close the section off where they're working, then it may be possible for the groups to come back and use the school again. So we're hoping that by the end of next week that things will be back in place and the groups will be able to use the school. But as soon as things are taken care of there, the groups will be notified and the school will be free for them to use again.
Has this construction affected the phys ed classes?
To a very small degree, not the classes as such, because like I told you, they don't start until after the school day is finished. But our after-school sports has been curtailed for the moment, and of course that will be back in place as soon as those men get finished doing the same thing I just discussed.
Okay, is there anything new happening at your school?
There's always new things happening here at the school day. But on a school basis, now of course grade 6s will soon be preparing for their skiing expedition to Marble Mountain. That's part of their phys ed program, and they usually go for 2 to 3 days. That's going to be taking place on March the 2nd to the 4th this year. The students will also go swimming, bowling, and those types of things when they go on that trip. Our grade 4 students are going to be involved in cross-country skiing as part of their phys ed program in the very near future. At present, we're focusing on Valentine's Day tomorrow, and all the classes will be having parties then. But during the week of Valentine's Day. It's a time when we think about caring and sharing, and throughout the school, the teachers and students are discussing that. And at that time, that's when we consider raising funds for charitable donations. So we're focusing on our foster child, on Janeway Day in the school, and March of Dawns during this week. And each class will be focusing only on one charitable donation. For example, the grade 2 class, or the grade 1-2 class, will be raising money for our foster child and the grade 2 class. One group is going to have a toy and book sale tomorrow, and another group is going to be selling popcorn. So this money will go to our foster child. Some students will be deciding that they won't take their recess tomorrow. They'll be just giving their recess to the as a funding for the Janeway children. And some other students are going to focus on the disabled students, and they'll be, our elementary students mainly, will be filling out the little March of Dimes envelopes, ensure that you had when you were going to school. We got a group going skating. We got our grade 3-4s are very much involved in dinosaurs now. They've done a unit of study in the library, and in their classrooms they've had centers set up. There's been a lot of action going on there. The week of March the 2nd to the 7th, I believe it is, we have Education Week. And on April the 3rd, we have our science fair planned. So there's a lot of things in motion at the school, and there's something there for everybody if they choose to participate in it.
Okay,
And we have a school choir as well.
Okay, Ms. Benoit, thanks for talking to us.
And thank you for coming.
We also got some footage of the area of the school in which the construction is taking place. Let's hope that the youth groups aren't too set back by this temporary inconvenience. We took our camera to the site of the new healthcare facility again this week to see what progress has been made since we visited last week. By now, residents in the area of the new healthcare facility are getting used to the sound of the drills and even the blasts. I had an interview with Mr. Frank Hann, chairman of the Burgeo Lions Snowmobile Committee, as well as 2 other members of the committee. Where will the skidoers be going this year on the snowmobile trip?
We'll be going to Top Pond Brook. We'll be leaving the community center parking lot at approximately 7 o'clock. We'll travel to Grandy's River, walk over Selbrook, cross down in the Man Rock Pond area, down through Palmatis, and in through Stevens Pond, that area, according to the snow conditions or whatever, to Top Pond. There'll be 4 fellows from the Lions Club that's going to travel in the evening before. They'll have the cabin warmed up, tea and coffee. The bathrooms will be open for the ladies at least. They'll have bathrooms, snow cleared away, and basically we'll spend a bit of time there, warm up. Probably on the way back, we'll probably swing a little further out towards Mitchell's Hill, depending on time and conditions or whatever, but it will be a beautiful ride. There's some good scenery, and like I said, the only time we'll be in contact with the road is when we cross it at Man Rock Pond, and the rest will be out in the open country. And for anybody who haven't been in that area, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's approximately 100 kilometers to and from. And so I suggest anybody that likes to skidoo in the country that would really enjoy this ride.
Okay, so this year's trip is more of a scenic trip. There's no destination as such.
Not really. The idea of Top Pond, the outfitters' cabins there, Frank have talked to him, and we've got permission to use that more so as a stopover and a warm-up and whatever. And we'll just, the route basically we'll just take according to the conditions or what the going is like in time-wise. But like I said earlier, it will be a beautiful ride and some nice scenery.
When is the trip scheduled for?
Well, it's scheduled for February the 29th, and we expect everybody to be on the ball field to leave at 7 o'clock, so you'd want to be there by 6:30. And get ready to leave at 7. I guess we'll probably leave around 1, 2 to come back.
I would say
Something like that.
in that area.
Okay, what will the money raised this year go toward?
Well, this year we've decided to go for the hockey rink. As you know, that this is another one of the winners that kids is getting a lot of ice time in. And you got the hockey moms, you got the minor hockey league form, and there's money's being raised, so we're trying to come up, the Lions Club's trying to come up with X number of dollars to go towards some other repairs and or out to the minor hockey league to do what needs to be done on the hockey rink. So we encourage anybody that want to sponsor us to really come forward. And the second thing is of very importance to the town, and that's the playground. Our playground come a long ways over the years. And the third thing that money's will be going for, again, the Lions Club has a project that we're supposed to contribute every year. So we've listed that one as the third item. So again, like I say, the hockey rink, the playground, and the Max Sims camp. So we're open for a good dollar to put towards all three good causes.
Okay, what are the age limits for skidoers?
Let's see. Same as it was last year. If I'm not mistaken, Dave, it's 13 to 60 must be have a guardian. They got, we must, when they pick up their sponsor sheet or when they pass it in, they must tell us who their guardian is, and they will be put in the same group as with them and looked after. But we probably have to check that, but I'm pretty much sure it is 30.
Okay, so under 13 are not permitted to go.
That's not permitted on the road.
No.
What rules do you have in place for this year's snowmobile trip?
Well, we're supposed to be at the ball field by 6:30 as we leave at 7 a.m. sharp. Dress warmly, helmets, goggles are important. Ensure your machine is in good working order. Carry a spare dry belt, spark plugs, and tools that supply with your machine. Start with your fuel tank full. No alcoholic beverages permitted on the trail. Snowmobilers must stay with their team members. No double riding. Fee is $10 per person, and you must be 16 years of age or over. Under 16 must be accompanied by an adult, but that is not below 13.
Okay, you said no alcoholic beverages on the trail, but no alcoholic beverages are permitted at the cabin either.
No, nowhere from start to finish. Anybody caught with any liquor will be asked to leave the group or whatever.
Okay, so will skidoers be required to bring their own, like their dinner?
Yeah, if they want to have they need a snack or a lunch. They need to take that themselves. There won't be nothing to eat prepared. There won't be nothing prepared at the cabin for the skidoers, other than the kettles will be boiled for tea, coffee, or somebody wants to take a cup of soup whatever, we'll make room in the cabins that somebody can come into the cabin, so many at a time that can come in and eat. But when we get back, of course, we'll have the annual thing that we've been having is the soup. Hopefully Labatt's and Bolson will come across again this year, so.
Will you be having a dance following the return again this year as you have in previous years?
Well, Dave, this year we figured like it's going to be a one-shot deal. Other years, like we had a dance after, and then later on in the season we gave out certificates to all the riders and had another dance. But this year, as far as I know right now, that we've discussed giving out the certificates to the riders when we come back and have lunch at the community center, and I would say possibly we'll have a dance after and whatever. I know Frank can touch on that.
That's about it. So anybody wants to hang on afterwards and have a dance about it. Yeah,
Will you be having a public meeting with the public in the near future?
with the, of course.
Yeah, we'll be having a public meeting, Monday night at 7 o'clock. So we would encourage all skidoers that's going to be making the trip to come along, and we'll run down through the trail. And probably by that time we'll have a map showing the skidoers where we're going to go, and sort of laying out the trail and telling the skidoers what we expect of them, and stick with the group, things like that.
Okay, so that meeting will be at the community center.
Be at the community center 7 o'clock Monday night.
Okay, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, I'd like to go back to the pledge sheets again, and that's to encourage the people, if you haven't been approached by a sponsor, to come forward, either call some member in the Lions Club or let somebody know that's out there playing hockey or whatever, that you're interested in pledging to help towards the worthwhile causes that we're after, and some Lions Club member will contact you for your pledge.
Okay, well, anyone else have anything to add?
No, I just like to add, like I said earlier, that we're guaranteed that anybody that likes the outdoors and likes the country and haven't been in the Top Pond area, that they really enjoy the country, and there's a lot of open country there and some beautiful scenery, and I think they'd be well worth their $10 and their pledges for the ride.
Okay, so if you get your pledges, do you still have to pay your $10 registration fee, or?
Well, if you get over $10 in pledges, you don't have to pay a $10 registration fee. But if you don't go for any pledges, you must pay $10, and that $10 must be paid before you make the trip.
Okay, so you have to have a minimum of $10, either through pledges or registration fee.
Right, yeah. The other thing too, I guess, we haven't narrowed it down yet to what we're going to do for prizes, but we know that there's going to be a first, second, and third prize for skidoers that raises the most money. Other than that, there'll be random draws for people that say $25, $50, or more than $100. So the more money you get, probably the better prize you'll qualify and get.
We should also make our viewers aware, I guess, that the trip is open to both male and female, for anyone who's wondering.
Definitely,
Yes,
yes, definitely.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I guess last few years we've had. Do we more
I think, something like 25 to 30.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
started
sure.
off-
It's really picking up anyway.
Yeah, we started off with the tree women the first year, and we ended up with about 20.
So 25 or 30 last year?
So every year there's more, so it seems to be great.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Steve.
It seems as though on past trips, everyone who went had a good time, except perhaps for those who had snowmobile troubles.
Who are we talking with there?
Ruby Hines.
And Ruby, what made you decide to come on this trip?
Well, for a good purpose the trip was for, to raise money for the handicap, plus the ride, and to see what I'm going to see in the mine.
Yeah, right on. I guess a lot of people is going to be pretty interested in what they're going to see in the mine,
Yeah.
likewise myself.
That's
And how do
true.
you find the trip coming up? Pretty good or what?
Pretty good, a little bit rough in a couple spots, but nothing we can't handle.
That's good. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How about you, skipper? What's your name?
Walt McDonald.
Walt McDonald. Turn around, boy, so everybody can see what you looks like. And Walt, what made you decide to come on this trip?
Well, I haven't done much canoeing, and I thought there was a lot of beautiful country up here to see, so that's what the main thing, I guess.
Okay, and how do you find your trip today? Has it been good so far, or how have you found it then?
Just great. Just wonderful.
That's good. Okay, thank you very much, Walter.
Okay, thank you.
The pledge sheets are available at the town office for anyone who would like to obtain one. To date, there are approximately 60 participants registered to take part in the ride. Remember, the monies raised will be going towards good causes, so please give generously. Community events. The Lioness TV Bingo held on Wednesday night was won by Rita Green. The RBP number 1251 will be having a TV bingo on Wednesday, February 19th at 7 p.m. Cards are available in most stores around town. The fire department is currently accepting applications for members. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Burgeo Volunteer Fire Department, you can pick up an application at the town office. The deadline for applications is February 28, 1992. The Burgeo Lions Club has in its possession a glucometer. Anyone in town with diabetes and would like to have a loan of this glucometer may do so by contacting George Ball, Chairman, Health and Welfare Committee, Burgeo Lions Club. Notice to employers, organizations, etc. The applications are now available to apply for a Challenge 92 summer employment for students. The deadline for these applications is March 13th. These are applications for businesses. They are not the student application forms. We hope that you have had the opportunity to view one or both of our two new programs, Story Time and Monthly Magazine. We have a few other program ideas in mind that we will hopefully be able to get up and running in the near future. Please stay tuned now for a program of Newfoundland music by Montford Organ and Freeman Walters. On behalf of BBS and the BBS volunteers, I'm Dave Cooper. Have a great week. Good night.